Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to our weekly podcast adventures. I'm Brock, as usual, with my co-anchor, best bud,
Jack. That's my name.
Jack, who,
And winning and doing podcasts is my game.
my co-anchor, who not only just missed hitting the record button, but also just spilled butter on himself prior to us recording.
No, no, I spilled water. Why would I have butter? Well, actually, we'll get into it, but it would be appropriate for me to have butter right now.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
do you want to get into that first?
No, how was your week? Let's start there.
I can't complain. I mean, it was just a week. It snowed a lot up here in where I'm at in New Jersey.
hmm
So everything's kind of cold and snowy, but besides that, it's cool. How about
Yeah,
you?
we finally got our first snowfall as well. Probably shared it a little bit somehow.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sure. I'm sure
it's
it came
kind of
up
it's nice.
from the Gulf Stream or somehow.
First meaningful snowfall.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's nice. I think it's a little late this year in January, but
Yeah.
I'll take what
Well,
I can get.
there was a couple places around me that got like a foot of snow. We luckily only got like 3 or 4 inches, so it wasn't too bad.
hmm
But yeah, I mean, it was just enough snow to say, hey, it snowed. And I like snow. I'm a fan of it. It just looks nice, but I don't like the idea of, like, I like the idea of snow. I don't like actual snow. It's cold. It's sad.
Right, like yeah, like like when you see snow in like a Christmas show, like Frosty the Snowman,
Hmm.
Rudolph. It's like, oh, it's so beautiful, and then it's like, oh wait, it just makes everything wet and freezing cold, and you don't want to go outside anymore. When you're inside,
Yeah,
it's nice. When you're just looking out at it from like the warmth of your home, it's good.
right.
But
Yeah,
like
I feel like the only time it would be, like, fun for me to be out in the snow, if it's like a heavy snowfall, would be I'd have to be wearing a top hat and an overcoat riding in the back of a sleigh. Like, so I'd have to be, like, really fancily dressed.
Yeah, my mom made me go out and get the mail today. Well, actually, I got some of my neighbor's mail, so I had to go give it to him. And it was pretty chilly, I will say.
Why did you steal your neighbor's mail?
Um, it sometimes they just mess up. Nobody's perfect, bro.
Your neighbor messed up, so you stole his mail?
No, no, the mail person messed up.
Okay.
Okay?
So, yeah. Okay. No, yeah, I get that. Let me explain something to you that really is weirding me out.
Yeah.
You obviously have a washer and dryer in your house, as 99% of the population does, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm fortunate enough to have those amenities in my home.
When your washer and dryer goes off, what does it make a sound?
Yeah, yeah.
What sound does it make? Like a buzz or like a
It's like beep 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 or
Yeah,
something, or
it's
or
like
it's like
it's
or it's like
like
ding 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 ding. Like a little jingle.
yeah, right. It's like it's short, but it tells you it's done, right?
Yeah.
So I was in my basement and my washing machine went off. And usually when the washing machine or when the dryer goes off, it's just like bum 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 bum, and that's it. And that's like it's ready to be cleaned out now.
hmm
I've never heard the washing machine go off. Jack, it I swear to God, it must have played a jingle for a good minute and a half.
The dryer.
Like the washing machine. Like it was
Okay.
just so unnecessary. It was seriously like a minute and a half's worth of like bing 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 bing
That's
bing
probably
bing 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 bing
copyrighted,
bing.
like because it's
Oh yeah. No, that I it was like I was standing there listening to it. I was like, this isn't gonna end. This is never gonna end. And yeah, after at least like a good minute and a half, like way longer than it needs to be, it finally ended. And I was like, why? What is the point of having
also, maybe
like
somebody's upstairs, like because I have my washer and dryer in the basement. I wouldn't really be able to hear it unless I'm like it's dead quiet in the house.
yeah, but Jack, it was like a
Yeah.
minute and a half. Like somebody, whatever company we have, LG, I guess, had to like pay somebody to create a song and then code that song to play. I mean, it's a minute and a half. That's the length of a very short, full length song.
Can you imagine if like they went up to some guy, right? Like a composer, a musician, and they said,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah, here, we want to hire you for this project." And you're like, "Sweet, what's the deal? We need you to come up with a minute and a half long jingle that plays when the washing machine is done washing your clothes." Would you be like insulted as a musician if somebody came up to you and asked you that?
I'd just be really confused. Like I would be like,
Yeah, I'd probably take it because
do
it's
you
probably they probably pay you well, but like,
like would you not only need like 5 seconds of music instead of a minute and a half?
yeah, I don't know. I do think that washing machines and dryers are kind of like they have a lot of flaws. Like instead of a jingle, like you can miss the jingle. Like if you're upstairs, if it's a short regular jingle, not the minute and a half long jingle, but like why don't you just have it like a truck horn or a train horn or just something loud that you'll actually hear, you know?
Because what if you're next to it and a train horn goes off? Then you're deaf and you'll
Then you know
never
your
hear the washing
laundry's done.
machine. Yeah, but then you're deaf and you'll never know if the washing machine went off.
Well, you'll feel the house shaking, so it still works.
Well, our old machine, before we got this new one, it would like make a buzzer noise, like at like a basketball or a hockey game, it'd be like zzz, and it would be loud enough
Oh,
that you could hear it from
three
anywhere.
pointer.
But yeah, um, but I don't get it. Why did they feel the need to put a minute? Like it was a good minute and a half of just like this song just playing, and I was like, that's so unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um, you want me to get into the butter thing?
yeah, I do actually.
You're curious, I know you are.
I've been
So,
curious since you told me that something you did involved butter and you kind of left
well,
it
no, no, no. So
dangling
I
like you
just said it
killed
was it
somebody
was
with a stick of
appropriate.
butter.
It was appropriate that you said butter because like if it was a normal podcast, it would be outrageous for me to have butter anywhere within like my, you know, area. It's like why would I have butter doing a podcast? However, would you like to guess what I have in my hand? Here, I'll give you a little audio sample. It's a little bit of a
Is it
red herring, but
is it a stick of butter?
no. It
Is
is
it a
wrapped in
lobster?
tinfoil. It's wrapped in tinfoil.
Oh, it's a is it a baked potato?
Nope, nope.
I just had a baked potato.
It is a piece of sourdough bread.
Okay,
Do you want to know why I have this in my hand?
because you're gonna eat it.
Actually, no, I'm not because I already ate two pieces and I'm fucking full. So I'm probably just gonna give it to somebody else or throw it out because everyone else is sick in my house. So I don't know. But the point is, I want to talk about bread today on the podcast. Is that
You
okay with
amaze
you?
me. You really amaze me sometimes.
What?
This just yes, Jack. We can talk about all of the bread. What is
Okay,
your favorite type of bread?
hold on. I've
Mhm.
I've written stuff down.
Go on.
Not much, but a little bit. I
Okay.
think what we should do
Right.
is I'm going to pull up list of types of bread, and we're
Okay.
going to go through it, and we're
Yep.
going to see uh, what your favorites are, what your least favorites are, and like where you think the best place is to use them. Like
Okay.
when are they appropriate? Where are they
Okay.
best?
All
Okay.
right.
Um,
Send me this list so I can also like see what you're talking about.
okay. Um,
But yeah,
well, that's
no,
the thing.
what is your favorite type of bread?
My favorite type of bread is I just love bread, so that's a really difficult question for me to answer. But I'd say probably molasses bread.
Okay.
And this is
Quick
where you're gonna fight with
callback.
me. Yeah. Because
Quick
Brock
callback.
here Brock here thinks molasses bread is not a type of bread,
I just never heard of such a thing.
but it's real.
What I was gonna say is quick callback to Thanksgiving, the episode we did when we found out that your favorite part of the Thanksgiving Day meal was the bread
True. I did say that,
for
and here
some
is me
reason.
backing up that statement.
That's just strange to me.
Well, I retracted that. I will say that. I get enough bread the other 364 days in the year, so I think I
How
can eat
much
something else on
how
Thanksgiving.
much bread do you eat?
Okay, well, maybe that's not true. I probably don't eat bread every day of the year.
Probably.
Probably. Well, no, definitely not.
Do you
Well, I
really
mean, like
eat that much
a
bread?
sandwich is bread. Like
Right.
I have bread with dinner quite often.
Okay.
I don't eat, well, toast is breakfast, but I don't have toast for breakfast. Yeah, so definitely not every day, but like I'd say every week for sure.
Well, I would say that too. I
Yeah,
think the
okay.
average person eats at least
Well,
a slice of bread.
what is the appropriate amount of bread to eat in a week?
I,
Like how
I
many
don't
pieces of bread?
know. I feel like there's a threshold. It's not like a gradual scale. It's like 8 slices, fine. 9 slices, you're insane. You know what I mean? I feel like there's not just like a gradual scale of weirdness. I feel like it hits at a point. You know what I mean?
Hmm, yeah. So I have a list here. Um, I guess we
Yeah.
can just go through it. You ready?
I'm a little upset
What?
because you didn't even ask me what my favorite type of bread was, but that's okay.
Well, does anybody really care?
You should go on with the list, I think.
No, what's your favorite type of bread?
No, no, I don't want to say it.
No, you gotta say it. You gotta say it.
I'm a big fan of Italian bread because it's that nice middle ground of the outside is a little like hard, but the inside's nice and soft. And if you get a nice big loaf of it, oh, top notch. Very well
Yeah.
done.
I feel like Italian bread is like too generic for it to be my favorite, but like it is good. It is very good.
I think that's why it's my favorite. Is just because like usually if I'm eating bread, it's either like white bread for a sandwich or Italian,
Yeah, okay.
and white bread's just a little boring. So Italian's where it's at.
Hmm.
This is
All
like
right.
people arguing about different types of pasta.
Oh my God, have you ever talked to an Italian about pasta? Oh
Jack,
boy.
I am Italian.
Yeah, no, I have Italian relatives. It's very interesting. They care a
Anyway,
lot about it.
get us
Anyway,
started on.
that's another episode. I could talk about pasta for a whole episode. So anyway, um,
Get us started on the bread.
biscuits.
Oh, every day I
How
could
you
suck
feel
down a
about it?
biscuit. I could
A
suck
bi-
down a biscuit. I actually had them for my dinner tonight. I had some Pillsbury biscuits.
Oh, I like those a lot.
They're
They're
just
not like,
really good.
yeah, oh, like that's the thing. Like there's like the Pillsbury biscuits, which are soft and like flaky, and you could eat a
Yeah.
lot of them because they're not that filling. And then there's like, have you ever had the one from like McDonald's? Like it's just like it's like you're eating like a rock. Not because it's
Yeah.
hard, but like it's just it sits heavy. Like it's just very thick. It's not like
Here's
airy at
the
all.
here's the thing I like about the Pillsbury biscuits is if you make them, what you're supposed to do is you undercook them just a little bit so they're still soft, they're more on the soft side than the hard kind of crunchy side. And
Hmm.
then they're when you eat them, they're still hot enough. They retain so much heat that when you take a slab of butter, stick it in the middle, and just like close it together for like 10 seconds, that butter will melt and it is just like
Oh
best.
yeah.
Like
I feel like we
amazing.
need to interject here before we go any further and talk about the condiments for bread. So, butter, it's the classic, but what pisses me off beyond like any reasonable like thought is that like restaurants, like even really fancy restaurants, when they give you the little butter packets that are like you have to like use your fingernail to try and get under that little flap and then like peel it off and then you have to like push out the back so it like falls onto your bread and it doesn't even melt in like the next 3 minutes. It's just like it just sits there like a big buttery rock on your roll.
Why do you eat the butter like a caveman, you animal? Those butter packets come with a little corner that also breaks off so you can
Yeah, I
peel it
know,
easier.
but it's like
And then
they're
you take a
annoying and
knife
they
and you
don't melt.
scoop it out like a normal person and you
Well, yeah,
slap it
I
on the.
scoop it out too, but like you can it. Well, I scoop it out if it's like warm, like if they serve it to you cold and you can't get into it,
Well, yeah,
like
that's the
it's
problem is usually it comes from like the refrigerator in the back and they just put it on the table. That's
right.
yes,
If
I
they had the
understand that.
decency to
That's
just throw it over like a hot stove for like 2 seconds and just put it like before they put the bread basket on your table, that would be like perfect.
I
But
like when some places what they do is they bring you the bread basket and the bread is like warm as bread usually is at places,
yeah, warm
but
bread
they
is
put
S
they
tier.
put the
Like that's fine.
butter under the bread in the basket so it kind of warms it up a little bit as it comes out.
It's genius.
Yeah.
That is quite possibly the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay.
You didn't like that one?
No, it's a little
It's
silly.
it's it's the bread episode. Come on, cut me some slack. All right.
I'll
Um.
cut you a slice of bread. How's that?
Okay. Next up, we got buns.
Uh-huh. Like hamburger buns.
Yeah, just buns, I guess.
Um, I prefer them more than I would prefer eating either a hamburger or a hot dog with like white bread.
Well, like yeah, of course. Like the buns are made for hamburgers and hot dogs, but you don't really want to eat them
Yeah, you wouldn't
like
just eat them
without the meat.
plain.
That's just
Yeah.
sad.
But I know people
Um,
that do, which is kind of
I yeah, I've
strange.
I've definitely eaten a couple hamburger rolls like buttered just because we didn't
Yeah.
have any other stuff to eat.
hmm
It's not really fun. I've never done it with a hot dog roll, but like I can imagine somebody has, and that's not a
Yeah,
good place to be in life.
I've definitely eaten just like a plain buttered hamburger bun.
Yeah, me too.
I might have like once had just a hot dog roll if that was all we had.
Yeah. Um, One thing I forgot to mention when we're talking about butter is you a fan of like oil, like dipping your bread in oil when they
Oh,
give it
for
to you at
show,
restaurants?
faux show.
Oh my God. My mom has an awesome recipe she makes, just like a bunch of spices and seasonings and the olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Mm-hmm.
so good with the right bread.
You don't see when I was a kid and we'd go to like an Italian restaurant or something and they put the oil out on the table. I never had it because I was like, oh, it's just oil. And
Yeah,
it's not
that's
going
for
to
the
be like,
adults.
yeah, it's not going to be. It was like how when you were a kid, when you would eat salsa, you would just like stick the chip in and pull it out, and then you wouldn't get any actual like salsa on it. You just get like kind
Oh
of
yeah,
tomato juice.
you would like gag almost if you had any of the actual salsa.
Right. And then now as adults, we love salsa.
You just eat it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't no, I don't just eat salsa. I usually put it on a chip,
You
but
just stick your hand in the jar, just pull
but
it
yeah,
out.
no, I remember the first time I had oil with like real bread at this Italian restaurant. I was like, "Oh my God, my eyes have been opened."
Yeah. Have you been to a Bertucci's before?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, there's one like local that was like the go-to Italian restaurant when I was a kid. I don't go there anymore because
Is it like
I'm
a
smart.
chain?
It's a chain, yeah. It was on an SNL skit, which I was surprised because I didn't realize it was a chain until it showed up on SNL, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
luckily in New Jersey, we're blessed with a lot of family Italian restaurants.
yeah, it's basically just Olive Garden, except I think it's better. But I mean, the breadsticks at Olive Garden are also really good. They both have awesome bread. That's the one thing I will say.
There's one
Um,
place that is like really, really good. It's like family style Italian.
yeah.
Uh, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a G. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's Maggiano's. That's a good place. I'm a big fan of Maggiano's. It's also a chain, but it serves like family sized portions, and it was really, really good.
Of bread, yeah.
No, it's I mean, yes, bread, but Italian food.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
You ready for the next
Okay.
bread?
Oh, I'm dude, I'm ready.
We're going in alphabetical order here, kind of. So, next is cornbread.
Overrated. Not a fan.
Overrated, you say?
Yeah, not a
Interesting.
fan.
I'm not like I mean, but I think both you and me are like not. Maybe you now, but like in the Northeast, there's not too much cornbread action going on.
Yeah, we don't eat too much cornbread anyway,
Yeah.
luckily, because it's
But like
bad.
there's a couple like barbecue restaurants I've went to with really good cornbread. I've had it.
Well,
And I like it when
here's
it's
how
good.
picky I am about my bread choices. My family, one of our guilty pleasure restaurants is we love Cracker Barrel, as I'm sure you know.
Hmm.
And when you sit down, they give you the option of either regular, like flaky biscuits or cornbread. And if they usually will bring out two regular biscuits and two cornbread, whatever biscuits. And I always make a point of saying, can we just have four regular biscuits because they're so much better and cornbread is doo doo.
I like cornbread. I don't know who hurt you, but like
The cornbread
the
man.
cornbread. Okay. But yeah, I like cornbread. Don't have it a ton, but when I do have one experience with cornbread that was pretty bad though. It happened this year actually. I was in the cafeteria and they had cornbread one day, so I was like, "Oh, cool." So I put it on my plate and I was eating it, and all of a sudden, like I had eaten like a whole piece and I was fine, and then I started on the second piece, and I was like, my mouth is just catching on fire, and I was like, "What is happening? It's just
Are you,
cornbread. I'm not
are
that
you
white."
allergic to cornbread?
No, no, I think they put like I don't know why, but that one piece like I saw it. It was like a piece of like green like a pepper, like a I don't know,
Is that a
habanero pepper
thing?
or something.
Can people
Apparently,
do that?
I guess, or it was just like they accidentally knocked it into the cornbread when they were making something in the back, but like it was in there and I saw it and I definitely tasted it.
That's
I've never eaten
weird.
anything as hot as that piece of cornbread in my entire life.
That's really
Um,
weird.
that seems like an accident almost because I didn't have any in the first piece. And also, I thought they would have warned me, but whatever.
Warning, cornbread is spicy.
Yeah.
No, that is strange.
Yep. All right. Next bread. Uh, next bread. It says crispy bread. So I think it's talking about like crackers, kind of like that, or like what's it called? Matzah bread. Am
Matzah,
I saying that right?
like the Jewish bread?
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Um, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I like a saltine every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't personally call it cracker bread, but I guess it kind of counts.
Yeah, but like here's the thing, if you're gonna call a cracker bread, then that also means the graham crackers are bread, and I'm a fan of graham crackers.
You would just eat graham crackers plain.
No. I mean, sometimes when I was younger I would.
I have done that, but that's only when like I don't have anything else to
But
eat.
also I don't think I've had a graham cracker in a few years. The last time I did it was probably with s'mores.
You haven't had s'mores in years, really?
Not that I can think of. Maybe.
Damn. I, come have a s'more with me this summer, bro.
Man, I need a s'more.
You do need a s'more.
Yeah. Uh, no, yeah, I actually am a fan of like saltines,
Yeah, I can
surprisingly.
some crackers. I really like oyster crackers. I don't know why. They just hit
Yeah.
different. Like
No,
I
I
don't
get
even eat
that.
them in the soup. I just eat them like in
Yeah,
the
I
little
get that.
bag. Like I
I
used
will
to,
say
whenever my
though,
parents would order like soup at a restaurant, they get the little bag of oyster crackers. I just ask for it and they give it to me, and it was the best.
yeah, because they're free. They you can
They
just
are
take
free.
them. They're like the geese at the park.
You don't even have to pay for them at the supermarket. You just put it in your cart and walk out the door. They don't care.
Oh, well, you know about the geese at the park, right?
What? I mean, I know there are usually geese at parks, but
The geese out like at parks, they're free. You can just take them.
oh,
No
yeah.
one's gonna stop you.
There's a lot of stuff that's free if you think about it. You just don't have to get caught, and then
Yeah,
it's free.
right. Technically, everything's free as long as you don't get caught taking it.
Yeah.
Don't steal, by the way. We're not legal
Yeah. We're
advisors.
not. We're not. Yeah. Don't take anything we say seriously. We
Hmm.
are both enacting our personas. These are characters that we put on. So if we say anything that is blatantly wrong or illegal or immoral, it is not us. It is our characters.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like that's a
promise we're not.
good thing to say,
We
just in
promise we're
case it
not
shows up
like
in court.
terrible people. For legal reasons, I have never stolen oyster crackers from a supermarket.
Yeah. And for legal
What
reasons, I do not have the geese tied up behind my shed.
what I was going to say is I'm not a huge fan of like Ritz crackers.
Yeah, I used to like them a lot. Like I have a picture of myself that my mom took of me like when I was 5. That like I was just like mashing up Ritz crackers in a bowl with a spoon
You
with
were
like a funny
going to
hat on.
town on Ritz crackers.
Oh yeah, I was like pretending I was a chef. Like that was what being a chef counted as. Gordon Ramsay would have fucking kicked me across a football field if he saw that. But
Imagine the next episode of Kitchen Nightmares. He's like, right, I'm going to teach you how to make a Ritz cracker salad. And he's just mashing them up in a bowl. And you're like, I did that. I did that.
yeah, actually, I have to retract that statement because Gordon Ramsay acts different, completely different around children than he does with like his like people in Hell's Kitchen. If you've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
those,
he's a
I've
cool
seen
guy.
videos comparing them. Like
He's a really cool dude.
he's like, oh, don't cry, don't cry. Oh, it's wonderful to the little kids. And then like fast forward like to the older like Hell's Kitchen contestant. He's like, are you fucking mad? What is this? What
We
is this?
watch
You're
my
the
mother
idiot
and I
sandwich.
we watch his show where he like travels the world and like tries different foods around the world.
Oh,
And
I
he's a
like
really
that
really
show.
cool guy. It's just I think the reason he was so intense on Kitchen Nightmares is one, it was for money, and two, it was his like restaurant on the line. So if you screwed up, that was his reputation.
Right. Yeah, have you seen the Hot Ones interview with Gordon Ramsay?
Yes.
They came out with a second one for Christmas this year. Like he came back
Ooh.
and it was equally as insane as the first time.
They're all insane.
Yeah, they
You think
are.
they
I
get
like that show.
I'm trying to think. I think there was somebody on Hot Ones who brought white bread to like eat that was supposed to like quell
Oh, you're
some
right.
spices.
Yeah, they just like stuffed it in their face after they
Yeah,
ate the chicken wing.
like the way you ate the Ritz crackers.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, what is the next type of bread, sir?
Uh, it says oh, flatbread. So I guess like a pita bread or something.
Yeah, no,
Well, actually, I guess those are different actually, because there's like a tortilla and a pita bread. Those are kind of different. There's like no like pita bread is kind of like like because I'm Armenian and I'm Syrian and I'm I think Lebanese a little bit. So like I get I don't know, all my family always goes crazy over like the pita bread. And my mom has
yeah.
this recipe that I don't know, it's probably popular, but like you basically cook pita bread in the oven for like a couple minutes with just some olive oil on it and like some seasoning. So it's like
Hmm.
just slightly crispy and warm and it's delicious.
I'm a fan of like flatbread pizza. Not a huge fan, but I could definitely suck one down if need be. So I'm
Yeah.
on board with flatbread, but I don't
Yeah.
think I would ever eat like just plain flatbread. That's it.
Well, you know what a pita pocket is, right?
Yeah.
No? Well, yeah. Well, like those I like those I like having like a sandwich in like a pita pocket like put like, ham and cheese or like something with lettuce in there. I don't know. Some
I
It'll
think
taste
that would
good.
fall more under like a calzone, which is dough.
Dough is bread.
I know, but we're not talking
Okay.
about dough. We're talking about flatbread, you ding dong.
Well, all right. Well, all right. Well, buns are bread too. It's
You're
basically
a
a bun.
bun.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I probably am a bun. But as for like tortilla, like um,
Is that our
I,
next?
well, no, well, I mean, it's kind of flatbread too, right? Isn't that kind of
Not
the same
really.
idea?
It's made out of corn, so it's not really a bread.
I guess you're right, actually,
I
like an
guess I
authentic
guess you
tortilla.
can have flour, but I mean like
I mean, there are flour tortillas, I think. I
yeah, you
think
could have a
they're just
flour
not like
tortilla, but
that's
I
not
don't know. For
authentic.
I wouldn't really count it as bread. I guess I don't know. That's a toss up for me.
I mean, if a cracker is bread, these things can be bread,
Yeah,
okay?
no, that's fair. You're right. Yeah,
Um,
no, I like a tortilla. I've actually on a few occasions, like if I'm running out the door and I just need to like put something in my stomach, I'll just snag a tortilla.
do you just like roll it up into a ball and eat it?
No, you roll it like a taquito,
Yeah,
and you just kind of
you just eat it
you
like
just eat
rolled
it.
up. So it's like a
Yeah.
Twizzler.
Yes. I guess yes, that would be the closest comparison to it. Yes.
God, how many different cultures can we anchor today on how we eat their bread?
Here's the
Because like
thing. Every culture in the world has its own type of bread. That's why this is
you're
going to be
right.
such a great episode.
It actually lists the country of origin for like all these types of bread too, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. Um, so let's see, what's the next one? There's a lot of different types of flatbread, but let's see. Leavened bread, which I guess is kind of actually there's a lot of different kinds of that.
Hmm.
Let's see. What's the
Uh-huh,
popular
uh-huh, uh-huh.
whole wheat bread is leavened, apparently. Well, how about whole wheat bread? How do you feel about that?
It's kind of like the middle ground of bread for me, second only to white bread. It's kind of just
Yeah.
it just exists, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I grew up on whole wheat bread for like my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and like toast in the morning. So
Yeah, I
I
can
have
I
a
can smell it. That's the problem. I have a kind of a distaste for it because I know, like, I can smell the cafeteria smell of whole wheat bread and peanut butter and jelly.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm
But
just lucky that I grew up on it before that.
yeah, I was raised on white bread, so I'm kind of on the opposite end of that spectrum. So I'm not a huge fan of
Yeah.
whole wheat, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not against it.
I feel like I wouldn't like it if I didn't grow up on it, honestly. But because I did, I'm glad that I like it because it's probably a little healthier at least.
hmm
Um, Otherwise
hmm
they wouldn't make such a difference. It's like what's the difference between wheat bread and whole wheat bread and white bread? Is
Well, it
wheat bread
depends
just
on
like
whether
in the
you're,
middle? I don't, like
well, it depends on whether you're putting just part of a wheat or the whole of the wheat.
okay, I'm sure that's how it works. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the bread man.
Oh, okay. It lists pizza as a bread.
What?
Bread with toppings. It specifies.
But that could also
Um.
be flatbread, like a
Okay.
margarita
Yeah. So
pizza.
yeah. All right. All right. I guess that's already covered. Potato bread. How about that?
It's okay.
I, I
I'm
used to
like
have like potato buns for like hamburgers a lot.
I don't think I've had enough potato bread in my life to make a real assumption.
Yeah, I kind of got sick of it because I had it so much. It's just like after a while you start thinking about it too much, and it's like, am I eating
Like, man,
bread
I'm
or am I
eating
eating a
meat.
potato? Um,
As much as I love potatoes, and you know that.
yes, potatoes are great. Uh, Pretzel.
Oh, for sure. Everybody likes a pretzel. Now,
Everyone,
okay.
well,
Oh, hold on,
yeah,
hold on, hold on, hold on.
yeah, yeah.
Is this with or without salt and like mustard?
Well, this is a soft pretzel, just to specify that first. Um, I don't know. I mean, yeah, plain pretzel. I mean, you can eat it, but like, there's no point. Why would you be eating that? You need salt or
Yeah.
like something to dip it in. Like I actually had this really really good. It was like a it was like a it wasn't shaped like a pretzel, but it was a pretzel bread that was like like a little loaf shape, and it was really
hmm
soft. I like it had salt on it, and you rip it apart easy, and you dipped it in like the cheese sauce. It was so good,
Yeah.
so good.
I remember in elementary school there was a kid who every day in his lunchbox got one of those like plastic like little things of like hard pretzels, and
Oh
for
yeah,
whatever reason he would not eat it with the salt. He would scrape the salt off, and I remember I asked him one day like, "How can you eat that?" Like that's it's
that
so
is
bad.
outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
actually,
do
I
you
will say though, uh, not in his defense, but like there are some times where like I don't know what it is, but like people just go crazy with the salt, especially with French fries. Like French fries, like I want them to not be like salty really at all because if I want
Mhm.
them salty, I'll put the salt on myself and or I would want to use condiments, in which case I don't want salt because like I don't need the salt because I'm using a condiment, you know? I don't know. I
You
get
can't
kind of
have them
upset.
over salted, but you can't go without salt, I think is the ruling.
Yeah, I would rather it just be like a little bit of salt. So it's like
Yeah.
you want just salt, put some more on. You want a condiment, it's not going to overpower
Right.
it.
Then you have
Perfect.
options.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
get that.
Um, but yeah, so like the hard pretzels though, I don't know, I'm not too much of a fan of them. I'll eat them sometimes, like I'll have a craving for them, but for the most part, like after I eat like 3 bites, I'm like, okay, it's just kind of like mush in my mouth, and I don't really want to eat it anymore.
Yeah, here's the weird thing for me. Soft pretzels, I could eat 1,000 of them. Hard pretzels, I like could eat a handful and then I'd be kind of like bored and irked out with them. But hard pretzel rods, like Utz pretzel rods, I could go through a box of them.
Okay,
Like
we're
they're
gonna have a
incredible.
problem because I think pretzel rods are objectively the worst type of pretzel and probably the worst type of bread on this entire list.
I'm gonna smack you with that pretzel rod.
Pretzel rods are just they always the only time well I used to have them in the house but I just didn't like them so I wouldn't eat them but like they always give you one like or they used to at least whenever you got like a slushy at the Dell's lemonade stand or whatever you know
Uh-huh.
about that yeah
Yeah.
and like that I'd eat that one that's like because it's just one whatever it's like a cool little thing they did but like if you're just eating them no way it's just I can't do it.
I see that's where you're wrong.
Okay, well, I do have a life hack though for
Go
pretzels.
on.
And I think this probably applies to both, but I've only tried it with like the smaller pretzels because those are what I like better. Uh, Apple juice.
Okay. It's an interesting
Apple
combination.
apple juice and pretzels. They go you get the sweetness of the apple juice. It's fruity and you get the saltiness and like kind of like the kind of like otherwise bland flavor of the pretzel. It just
Okay.
works.
I can kind
I
of see
like it.
that.
It's just like the like a good snack mix, you know? Sweet and
You're a good
salty.
snack.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, next up we got pancakes.
I like pancakes, but like I can only eat like two of them, and then once again, it's kind of the same thing with like hard pretzels. I just get kind of bored.
Okay. All right. What is your preferred pancake? Do you like a crepe? Do you like the like a regular thickness or like do you like the Texas style, like the thick and fluffy ones?
I'm a big, thick, and fluffy dude.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Yeah, you can't eat that many of those. Like I remember I've been to a couple like diners and like breakfast places that'll like warn you when you're about to order the pancakes. So it's like,
You're like,
our
bro,
pancakes
calm
are like
down.
this big. You're not gonna finish that. And I'll be like, uh, I beg to differ. And then they just roll their they roll their eyes at you and they
My
walk away.
father, my father makes a very good crepe, and I can probably eat about like six of those in one go.
Yeah.
But
I've
I
I've
think
never
I
actually
think
had
the
one
biggest I think the biggest part of this argument is it depends on what you put on it, I think.
on the pancake.
Yeah, or crepe or whatever.
Okay. Uh, Maple syrup, not the
Y-
fucking corn syrup that Aunt Jemima used to be. I guess it's Pearl Milling Company now, whatever. But
mhm.
um, like actual maple syrup, but not a lot because that's way more powerful than like the corn syrup. Like you can put a lot of like Aunt Jemima's on a pancake, but you cannot put a lot of actual good maple syrup on a pancake because if it's the same amount, you will probably just die. Um,
Right.
I'll be honest.
So mine
And
is
fruit. You got to put fruit. Sorry.
I do butter and then I'll pour a little bit of syrup on the pancake itself and then off in like the corner of the plate I'll pour like a little like pool that I can dunk it in if I want a little more syrup on the bite because I'm just big brained like that.
That seems like something like if you were eating out at a breakfast table and somebody saw you doing that, they'd ask you if you were like 5 years old.
I do not care.
Good. I
I
like that.
am a grown man. I go to diners and restaurants, especially at diners. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, at a diner, I'll
Okay.
order the pancakes and a chocolate milkshake.
Yeah.
And I'm
Wait,
proud of
what?
that.
You we would have chocolate milkshake with your pancakes?
Yes.
Actually, no, I've done that before at diners. Yeah, that's a decent combo actually.
And you
Um,
know what? I'm not ashamed of that.
yeah, butter, syrup, and fruit. You can't go wrong. Even whipped cream sometimes if you're having one of those
Here's the
fancy ones.
question. Do you like chocolate chip pancakes?
I love them. I fucking love chocolate chip pancakes.
I think I would like them more if the restaurants that I went to didn't absolutely overload it more chocolate than there are pancakes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, there's definitely times you can go too crazy. Um, pancakes that I like. My favorite pancake is like Cracker Barrel has the pancakes kind of like this, I think. Even though I don't think you've ever been there for breakfast. Have you had them there?
Not that I can think of.
They're delicious. And they give you these little syrup bottles that are also free because nobody's ever caught me taking them. Um, but that's besides the point. Uh, the style of pancake that they have is like it's just because it's on the pan, right? It's actually crispy. I like the little crispiness on the pancake. Like my mom makes them like that too. They're awesome. That's how you should have a pancake. If it's all soft, I mean, you can eat it, but like I feel like after a while, it's like, am I just eating like cake for breakfast? You know, I want the pan in the cake, not just the cake.
You don't just want the cake, right?
Yeah, give me the pan. Fun fact, pan, it's bread in Spanish.
That is true.
Well, it's pan, I guess, but so
Yeah.
I guess it's bread cake, kind of. With this, it's bread. So, all right, is that enough for pancakes? You think?
Yeah, I would say
Well,
so.
while we're here, we gotta actually have the argument. Pancakes, waffles, French toast. Which one do you pick?
French toast.
French toast. It's on another level. Thank you. Any
I
any
mean,
waffle enjoyers can go like just walk away. Like just you're not even go away. Waffles are the
I
last.
just here's the problem with waffles. There's really no good variant of them because like when I wake up in the morning and I want breakfast, I don't want something that I have to bite hard and crunch into. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like if you were to go out to breakfast, you get like a Belgian waffle and they're hard and like really like filling and they're kind of gross to eat after a while.
And they're not always
Versus
hard.
sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't, but it's kind of annoying if they are.
Yeah.
But versus like an Eggo waffle that you can just toast, there it's just kind of cheap and kind of a little depressing to eat.
Yeah.
But French toast, it's just great all around.
Oh yeah, French toast is amazing.
Yeah,
It's just amazing. It's kind of
yeah.
I think it's because I like sourdough bread so much. It's like if you have a French toast that's made with like a sourdough style bread, it's usually like insanely good.
What do
Like
you put on your French toast?
my family doesn't really like it that much, so I don't really get it cooked that much. But whenever I go out to eat, I usually just put butter and syrup on it, just like I would my pancakes
Okay,
and fruit maybe. Why? What about you?
interesting. Butter and sugar.
Oh, like powdered sugar?
No, like granulated sugar.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
I've never heard of that. I've powdered sugar I've seen for sure. I just never like actual granulated sugar. I haven't even thought of that.
yeah. Big brain. Gotta try it out.
I've never like I don't know how many people are out there actually do that, but if you have some friends out there, leave it in the comments section. Let us know if any of our opinions are absolutely outrageous, or if you have some that you think are quite interesting yourself. Leave them in the comments section or email us at drunkenatheistpodcast@gmail.com.
I mean, it's just like I said, French toast is kind of just all around muy bueno.
It's objectively the best, and I'm happy that we're in this echo chamber right now, where none of these waffle like fanatics can come in and like try and make their point. They can't because it's our podcast, and if there's ever a waffle enjoyer on this podcast, they won't be back for a second episode. I'll tell you that much. We should
I
probably ask
mean,
Ethan if he's a waffle enjoyer before we have him
Ethan's
back on.
definitely a waffle guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
Damn it.
speaking of French toast, I think it's about time that we talk about the weather in Francesias l'Aiglon, France.
What? Can you repeat that?
No,
What's the weather in that
it's
unnamed place?
it is in southern France by Toulouse, so it's obviously gonna have some really great weather. It is currently, as of 1:20 a.m. in the morning, 50 degrees and raining. The low is going to be 48 for the night, and you're looking at the possibility of a flood warning somehow, even though you're kind of in like a mountainy region. So be careful about that. Rain's looking to pick up right around 6 a.m., kind of carry out through the day. Yeah, and you're looking at a lot of rain for the upcoming day. Sun's rising 8:32, setting 5:39. Your high is going to be about 50, low about 48. Nice like mid-range type of day. 100% humidity, 3 miles visibility if you're flying. Winds coming 7 miles an hour from the east. Uh, and your daily forecast, Tuesday the 11th, 50 degrees, low of 26, cloudy. Wednesday 12th, 44 degrees, low of 24, very sunny. 43 degrees Thursday and 47 Friday. Both going to be sunny, not a lot of chance of rain. Would you like to guess what phase of the moon this area of France is currently asunder?
No.
It's in the first quarter, like a football game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think this little spiel of yours has gone on almost longer than your washing machine jingle,
All I'm saying is I need a
which
little bit of that
that means
weather.
it's too long, by the way. If you didn't,
All I'm saying is I need a little bit of that weather.
okay, weather boy. Well, now I get to talk about something that I'm passionate about, which is molasses bread. which is for you uncultured people out there that don't understand what molasses bread is. It's the bread that they give you at Outback Steakhouse. It's like brown. It looks like pumpernickel, but it's not. Don't be confused. Don't be caught lacking, if like the youth say. Um, it- Molasses bread is amazing.
It's
Okay,
just I've never I've just never heard of it. And I just can't believe it's a thing.
it
Because
is. It's
like
just it's awesome.
when I think of molasses, it just there's nothing appealing about it.
Right. It's just like put a little in the dough, I think, and that's all there is to it. That's what browns it. That's what makes it like has a unique flavor. It's really good.
Actually, Jack, cooking it browns it. But
I'm gonna brown you.
what?
Anyway, um,
No, what?
what?
What
Don't
does
think too
that
much
mean?
about it. Don't think too much about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. The next one is banana bread.
Big fan.
Big fan. I'm a big fan as well.
Huge fan.
I
Absolutely gargantuan fan.
My grandma makes the best banana bread. It is awesome. Nuts or no nuts?
Well, I'm allergic to nuts, so
Oh, okay. Good.
nuts.
Okay.
No, my mother luckily makes it with no nuts, and it's
I don't like nuts.
delicious.
I'm not allergic to nuts. I have no problem with nuts, but 90% of the time, if you put nuts in something like bread or like a cookie, I'm not gonna like it as much.
Yeah,
I
it
am not
kind
a
of
fan.
just overdoes it for no reason. Like, I'm not allergic to all nuts. There are a few I can eat. Like, I'm only allergic to three out of like the entire register of
Which
nuts.
ones?
Walnuts, cashews, and pistachios. So
I've
I've
I
had,
have still never eaten a single pistachio in my life, and people are gonna start. People are like coming after me because I haven't done it. Like
I
I think
actually
I'm gonna be
have,
force fed a pistachio eventually.
I have eaten a pistachio before in my life, and I didn't have a reaction to it, but I remember spitting it out because it was kind of just like bland tasting, and it was just okay. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, I've had like peanuts and almonds and pine nuts and stuff like that, but just it's kind of just stupid adding them, you know.
you know, I'm happy that you're telling me this that you don't like pistachios. Even though you're allergic, you just said you didn't like the taste because I feel like almost everybody in the entire world seems to like pistachios, and I'm starting to think that like people who have eaten pistachios, like as soon as you put the first pistachio in your mouth and you swallow it, like you just lose your free will. Like it's some like government.
Really? That's a hot
Yeah,
take.
it's like some government like induced like you just your consciousness is just gone. You're now a slave to like the big government as soon as you eat a
Big
pistachio.
pistachio.
Yeah, big pistachio is taken over. So I'm just never gonna eat one out of spite. I have no like I'm not like appalled to try one. I'm doing it out of
Out of
spite.
spite, right?
Yeah.
No, I get that. That's a fair reason to do something. I think everything could be reasoned with I'm doing it out of spite,
Oh yeah, I'm
whether
sure.
whether to do something or not.
Like if something's so popular, there's got to be people that are like, well, I'm not doing it because everybody else likes it. I got to be
Yeah,
the rebel.
that's how I am with a lot of things.
We're the rebellious children.
We're the spiteful children.
The hoodlums, as they say.
Oh, we are absolutely hoodlums.
What is the other one? I'm forgetting the word, but whatever. Yeah, banana bread. It's awesome. Pumpkin
Yeah.
bread.
Uh, I've had it once and it was just kind of like, eh.
It's all
I
right.
don't.
I think
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's. I've had this. It's the same brand that I had. That was like they have like the cinnamon raisin bread, which we'll get to. But it's just it feels like it's only good for like October, and then it's like same with anything else that's pumpkin flavored. Really, it's like why are you doing it any other time of year? It's not really that good. Um,
yeah. No, I get that. It's kind of just mid, as
yeah,
the kids say. It's mid.
yeah, I like it, but it's like I don't know, not really like looking to buy it any time of year. Just
Yeah,
shows up sometimes.
right, right.
We already did biscuit. Let's see here. What's the next one? Pumpernickel. There we go.
Pumpernickel. Another, I mean, that's another bread that I genuinely don't think I've ever had in my life.
I haven't either, so we don't have to talk about it. Let us know in the comments. How is it?
Thank God, I hate pumpernickel.
I've almost had it many times. Same with just regular rye bread, which is the next one. What about rye bread? You had that?
Yeah. Same thing. Just kind of, it's there. It's bread.
Like again, like I've almost tried it on many occasions, but like usually when it's like, oh, there's rye bread, I could try that. I've already stuffed my face with every other piece of bread that came in the basket that wasn't that kind of bread, so
Yeah. No, I get
it's
that.
always been too
Usually
late.
it's never my first choice when it comes out in the bread basket. My first choice
Right.
is usually the regular bread.
And I just don't have it at home because nobody else like uses it for sandwiches or anything. So,
Right, exactly.
okay, we're getting into big boy
Are we about to
territory.
fight now?
No, I don't. I hope not. I hope this is like an objective opinion, but sourdough bread,
Yeah, top notch.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's
It's
great.
like here's the thing, going back to what we were just talking about. When I think of sourdough bread, I just think of pretzels, and I really like pretzels.
I don't think are pretzels generally sourdough. I mean, I can imagine. There's
Sometimes.
similarities for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, sourdough bread. I think it's fantastic with French toast. I think it's the one of the best ones to just like butter and have with like a nice Italian meal.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
it's good all
I just
around
like that
really.
it's like one of the only breads. I mean, there are some, but very few that actually have like a distinct flavor, like just alone. And I at sourdough bread, it's not like that flavor you're like, oh, I love the flavor of sourdough bread, but the fact that it has one, it just makes it that much more fun to eat. Like I want to eat it. I don't know.
I've never in my life heard someone go, "Oh, it's just bread. It's just so fun to eat."
I just God.
There is just
Everyone,
nothing.
any viewer that
There's
we had
nothing
at this point,
exciting about eating bread.
yeah. Listen, we find the light in the darkness, or like where there isn't fun. We find the fun.
The dark bread tunnel.
I put the fun in bread, bitch. Okay, that's right. It
Okay.
was me. I did it.
Uh,
You got a problem? I put
you
the fun in bread.
enriched you enriched the bread with fun?
Yeah, I cooked it with fun, and I made it with love. So deal with it.
Okay.
Um, all right, what's next?
I don't know. You have the list, sir.
I know there's a lot of repeats, so I'm just trying to.
You're a repeat.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, we
your
got
father.
waffles already. We did that. White bread. Okay, here we go.
Do you want to share your opinion first or mine?
It depends what kind of white bread. Because if it's like, I feel like white, it's too general. You know, like there's Italian bread is white, French bread
Hmm.
kind of white too.
I
Like
think when they
sandwich, like
say white
Wonder Bread
bread,
is
I
white.
think they just mean like white Wonder Bread, not like
Yeah.
Italian.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, no, it's like it
well,
has
which
no
one are you talking
flavor.
about?
I'm
Wonder
talking
Bread.
about Wonder Bread,
Okay.
like white bread. No flavor, but it's just like it's the infantry of like the bread army. You know what I mean? It just kind of is the
It's
glue that holds everything together in the world.
I would agree with that. Yeah, it's the glue. You always need the glue.
And you know what?
Um,
Sometimes it's fun to eat.
sometimes it is fun to eat. You're right. I think people are too blind. There is fun to be had when you eat. If you're eating and you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Okay? Have fun while you're eating, people. God damn it. Have some fun.
Especially if you're eating bread.
Yeah, just make it fun. Why are you eating and being sad? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Someone's eating while watching this podcast. Take that thing out of your mouth. Think about what you're doing and make it more fun. Okay?
And then go get some bread.
Okay. Unless you're like, um, what's it called when you're allergic to gluten? Hy
Allergic to gluten.
Yeah, what's it called?
Gluten free, allergic to gluten, whatever you. I mean,
Is there not like a word for it? I'm pretty sure there is. Whatever.
okay.
Uh, Anemic, right? Yeah, no, that's it.
No, that is. Wow, that is
No.
just not it.
Whatever. What is the best place to use white bread?
On a sandwich.
Okay, not like toast. You're not a big that you wouldn't get white bread as toast because I think white
What do
bread
you
is the
call it
best.
when you're allergic to gluten? Anemic.
I don't know.
Just not what anemia is.
Um, I think white bread is like the best toast to get at like a diner, in my opinion. I will have wheat bread for like my sandwiches, my PB&J, my whatever, but I like a white bread for toast. I don't know.
I personally put all of my sandwiches on white bread.
Okay, what do you do for toast? You have toast a lot?
Not really. If I'm having toast, it's usually French toast. I'm not a huge just well, okay. I do like cinnamon toast where you put it in the toaster and then you
Yes.
put butter and cinnamon and like sugar and stuff
Sh-
on it.
That's
And
good.
I usually just do white bread. And
Okay.
that's why I said it's kind of just like the glue that holds everything together.
Yeah.
It's kind of the workhorse of the bread. It doesn't get a lot of like kudos for what it does, but it does a lot.
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
Um, bagel.
Oh, for sure. For shizzle, my
Bagels
dizzle.
are, if you get a good bagel, nothing beats it.
You're
That can
speaking my
just be your
language.
breakfast like every day of the week, and it's good.
I don't know if you could just have that. I think you'd have to get like cream cheese or something as a topping.
Oh
But
yeah, for
yes,
sure, for sure. I used to not like cream cheese, but then I had like an everything bagel with cream cheese, and like it's like that's like the best combination for a bagel in my opinion.
do you
It
want
does
to
like
tell your
it's great.
story about when you came to New Jersey and you ordered a bagel with cream cheese?
Sure, sure, sure. Okay, so I'm from Massachusetts, right? And we have bagels or whatever, but like bagels are generally considered to be like a New York thing, like pizza. Like you get if you're near or in the New York area, you'll get better pizza, better bagels, etc. So I went to New Jersey to visit this fool here who didn't even show up, but that's besides the point. And I went to the local bagel joint, and I got an everything bagel with cream cheese, and I was like, okay, this is just like maybe a year or two or a couple of months, I don't know, after I started liking cream cheese, so I was having it more, having everything bagels with cream cheese a lot. So I was like, all right, I'll order one here, see if it's pretty good. The bagel was, it looked good in the on the like rack or whatever when I was in there ordering it, but they
Hmm.
handed it to me in the bag, and the bag was heavy, like a little too heavy. I thought I was like, all right, whatever. So I walked into the car because we were going somewhere. I had to eat it in the car, and I'm taking it out of the bag, and it's almost like 2 inches, like the two halves of the bagel are 2 inches apart because of how much goddamn cream cheese they put in there. It was literally a cream cheese mountain, and like it didn't even come. I pulled it 2 inches out of the bag, and the cream cheese was like on my lap in the car seat. Like it, you can't eat that. There's too much cream cheese.
I think what you're the word you're looking for is delicious.
There's too much of a good thing, Brock, and I think that was definitely the case that day.
I think that was definitely not enough, and I
You
think you're
don't
just
need
being
that much
lazy.
cream cheese. You
Yes, you
just put
do.
enough so that it's like like you don't really see the top of the bagel, and then you're good. You don't need it to have its own like girth in the bagel. That doesn't make any sense. Don't do that.
I think you are a baby that needs more cream cheese in his life.
No, 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 no. And not after that happened, I really didn't like cream cheese for a while, and I'm still recovering from that incident, and
We
I'm
ruined
slowly.
cream cheese for you.
Yeah, I'm slowly coming back into the cream cheese world, but goddamn, that cream cheese disaster that happened that day, I'll never forget it. That scared me.
I think somebody should name a band that the cream cheese disaster.
Yeah. All right. What else is there? I think we're nearing the bottom of the list.
I like how you
Uh,
said we're going in alphabetical, and then the most recent one you
well,
did was bagel.
so they're in alphabetical order, but like some of them I'm just doing by like type and because they have like really really specific things that are in the alphabetical order. Um, all right, let's see here. Ciabatta bread.
Uh,
That's kind of white bread too, really, I guess.
no, I'm a fan of it. I can get down with some ciabatta bread, honestly.
Yeah, it's all right.
I kind of
Uh,
don't love how like airy it is, and you kind of don't get that much bread for your buck. But like,
hmm
I could go for a good loaf every once in a while.
Yeah. We got two more. You ready?
Oh, I was
Texas
born ready.
Texas toast.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well,
Once
I'm
again,
talking.
I'm not.
What do you when you think of Texas toast? What are you thinking of in your head? Let me ask you that.
What am I thinking of?
Yeah, because I think I might be thinking of something else, or you
It's
might.
kind of it's kind of like garlicky.
Yeah. Okay. It's like a garlic bread, basically, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
kind
Cool.
of.
That's what like when everybody says when somebody says Texas toast, I just think, oh, garlic bread. Like it's the same thing in my mind. But I on the thing I'm looking at on the wiki, like the it's like a Wikipedia page. It says that Texas toast is just like a thick bread that you would use for French toast, and I think most diners use that Texas toast bread for French toast.
I'm not a huge fan of garlic bread in general, but like I can get down with it.
Yeah, no, I like garlic bread. What about garlic knots?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of garlic knots though.
Okay, cool. I agree. I haven't had many of them, but like I've had some mean garlic knots. Like they hit different. Your breath is gonna smell like garlic for the
Yeah,
next
I was gonna
24
say
hours,
I
but
eat so many that like my breath smells even after I brush my teeth.
yeah, I have to quarantine myself for the next day or so. But it's worth it sometimes. And the last one, perhaps the king of bread, question mark, or the most overrated piece of bread, depending on how you feel. And honestly, I'm not so sure myself. It is
Uh-huh.
brioche bread.
It's I think it's like I don't know. I don't love it. It's kind of just there. I don't really think about it too much. I think it's a little too fluffy for my taste.
Yeah, my problem with brioche is that it's the word it just sounds pretentious, right? Brioche.
Hmm.
It's like it sounds too uppity. And the problem is it used to be that it was something like a delicacy, something that because Gordon Ramsay, of course,
Yeah, it
he
was a
would
special
use.
type of bread that people that were fancy would make and eat.
Right.
And it was
And
very
then
like good looking.
when people caught on and the big bread caught on, they started making shitty brioche that is sold in every aisle in the grocery store now. And it
I
used
don't
to be like that brioche was just the really good one, but now it's also like the really shitty brioche. Like McDonald's probably has a brioche bun now.
I love how
Like
you're using the term big bread unironically.
it's big bread, I'm telling you, they're up to something.
I mean, they gotta be, right?
They gotta be. But if it's a good brioche, I have no problem with it. I think brioche is good with burgers if it's a nice one. Um, there's some nice. I think I've had brioche rolls. They're all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
But
pretty
no,
good.
I'm like it's kind of okay in my sense. Just it exists.
Yeah. Well, we made it through the bread. I appreciate you going on that journey with me.
That was a lot of bread.
There's a lot of bread. There's probably a lot. You don't know how many I skipped on that list. I skipped like 98% of the bread that was on that list.
Oh my God.
But like a lot of it was like different kinds of each of those bread. It was very specific.
That's it. That's gonna be the title of this episode. No more like double title names, you know. It's just gonna Drunken Atheist episode
Episode bread.
Drunken Atheist episode 10 bread.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is episode 10.
Yeah, double
Woohoo!
digits, baby.
Double digits, baby. Let's
Yeah, like last
go.
episode, episode 9, New Year's and Will I Am. Episode 8, Mayonnaise and Julius Caesar. This one's just gonna be episode 10, bread.
Yep. No, it's probably not, but we'll see.
It might be.
I don't know. I I'll think about it. Um, let's see. I do have other stuff I wanted to cover earlier, but I kind of got sidetracked by bread. Um, did you hear the new album called Dawn FM by The Weeknd that came out yesterday?
I
Or
have
not yesterday,
not,
a
but I
couple
was
days ago.
told to listen to it.
Jim Carrey is on the album in like a multiple songs. Actually, one song
Yeah,
it's
I've heard
literally
about that.
just Jim Carrey. It's like it's his song.
I remember some people were kind of going crazy about that.
And honestly, I thought it was pretty good. I listened to the whole thing I think last night, and I really don't like The Weeknd that much. I used to like him more, but then I feel like his voice. The more I hear it, the more I'm like, okay, I get it. Like do something else with your voice. Um,
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him in general, but I can get down to a few of his songs.
Akasha's a big Weekend fan, I think. Um, but yeah, it was pretty good. I think it's worth a listen.
Mm,
Um,
I will get down to it then.
yeah.
I'll get down to the
One thing
funky sound.
One thing I also wanted to bring up, I was, it was really hard to not just text you this because I knew you would violently react to what I was about to say probably, but I
Okay.
decided to save it for the podcast. So get ready. Um, I took a shower
Oh,
a
come
couple days ago.
on.
I know, crazy, right? And I want to know your thoughts on this because I really enjoy doing this, and it's not often you get to do it. So it was snowing out, like, as we said earlier, right? It's finally snowed. And that morning, while it was snowing, and I was in the shower, I opened the window in the shower room, and I take hot showers. So
Mhm.
I was taking a hot shower, and it was steamy in there, and I opened the window, so it's a little cold, and the steam goes out the window, and it's really nice. In my opinion, I think that is like one of the coolest and most enjoyable things to do in the shower. Would you agree with that, or am I absolutely insane?
You had me until you said like that is the coolest and most enjoyable thing you could do in the shower.
I don't work for Big Shower. Please, I trust me.
I love eating bread. It's so much fun.
Listen, my
Um
choice of words is not always ideal, but you get the message I'm trying to put across, right?
yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess that would be fun to do. I mean, I don't have a window in my shower
Oh.
and I take cold showers anyway.
Well, it's like one of those like ceiling level windows, so you wouldn't be able to have people looking at you or
Well,
anything.
no, I know what you mean. Here's a question that's gonna make me think about you for a second. Two
Okay.
questions.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
When you get in the shower, do you get in on the side of the shower head or on the opposite side?
Uh, that's a really weird question for me to answer because we recently
Because I
like got
don't
a
shower.
no, because we recently redid our shower, so now we have like one of those fancy ones with like two shower heads, like one on each side. Um,
Oh, fancy
yeah,
guy, huh? All right, so
yeah.
previous to you do
Well,
having two
the thing is,
shower
I only
heads.
use one of them because I think it's a waste to use two, and honestly, I really wasn't, I didn't want to get two because I knew I would never use the second one.
Okay,
Um,
so do you get in on the side of the shower head or
no,
opposite the shower head?
I can't because there's not enough, like there's literally not room for me to do that. Like the
Okay,
toilet is like covering the second
okay,
half of the shower.
okay.
I can't get in that side.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
When you're showering, do you wash your hair or your body first?
Uh, Body, almost always.
Ooh,
It goes, well, hold on. Yeah, no, body is first.
No.
Well, hold on. So if I'm gonna shave, like I'm gonna do this tomorrow, I'm gonna shave first, then body,
What?
then hair, and then I guess face and get out. I don't know. Not really face, just like rinse off and get out.
No. All right. Hair, body, get out and shave after your shower. What are you on?
I can't shave outside of the shower.
What?
My
Why
no, like
not?
I physically can't because my hair in general, but my beard hair is so coarse that like even if I get like my face really hot with a washcloth, it is incredibly like hard to like shave. Like it's just I have like a unusually like coarse hair, so it's like really painful.
Okay, what kind of razor are you using?
I think Gillette. I don't know.
See, there's your problem.
What do you use?
I use a safety razor.
What the hell is
One
that? Isn't that
blade.
for women?
No. It's like the old-fashioned razor that people use. The one
Oh,
from
like
the
a
50s.
barber would use.
No, that's a straight razor.
Oh, I'm
A
confused then. What's
safety
the difference?
razor. I'll show you. Hang on. I'll send you a little picture.
Okay.
But it's better for you because it's just one blade and it's like actually a razor blade. It's not just like the little slivers that are in like a normal, uh, like Gillette razor or whatever.
Okay. Did you send
You know
it?
what I mean? There, look at that picture there. That bad boy.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
not like how many uses do you get out of that?
Uh, Usually a good couple. You are supposed to change out the razor every time, but that is really expensive. So I can get probably two on either side, and then I can flip the razor and use the
All
other
right,
side
here's another question.
twice.
How often do you shave?
I have to every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends what you're going for. Like me, I definitely could if I wanted to look clean shaven every day, but like it's just I my hair grows so fast, like it's not even worth it. Like I just wait a week now, because every week
Hmm.
I'll grow like a full beard pretty much, so I just shave it off after that.
You know what I'm thinking
Uh,
about now? I think we should give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. That's right. We don't have a sponsor,
yeah,
but
we're not
I
paid.
would be so down to get a Dollar Shave Club or like a Manscaped sponsor
Yeah, yeah, those are good sponsors, I imagine.
or MeUndies, even
Maybe
though I
we could
don't
just
wear
reach out to
undies.
them. Maybe they'd hook us up.
Maybe they would.
You never know.
Yeah,
Maybe they like supporting the little guys out there,
I'm
because
sure they.
that's who they
I'm sure.
advertise to, right?
Listen, the worst they can do is say no. Oh, that was a bad joke. You're not funny.
That's not even true. They could like sue you, I guess. Um, but yeah, that was
I don't.
interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, what else I got here? Oh yeah, I saw this thing. That I thought was pretty funny. It's more funny if you watch the video, but basically it was a pitcher. It was like a baseball game, and he threw a bad pitch and almost hit he went for the guy's back basically, which like is like really annoying. Like if, if you're like batting, so the
Hmm.
batter to like get revenge, he bunted it so that it went along the line from home base to first base, and the pitcher went for the ball, and he just like fucking pummeled him as he went to pick up the ball, and like he like completely just charged straight into him and knocked him to the ground on his way to first base, and everyone tried to like tackle him at first base. It was so funny.
I mean, it's just it's kind of funny. I enjoy when they like hit the guy and then they get in a fight on the mound.
Oh yeah, I mean, fights in sports are just awesome because it's like, oh, they're doing the thing that they're not supposed to do. Oh my God, they're still gonna get paid millions of dollars, but oh my God, it's crazy.
News flash. Breaking news from the higher ups in our ear. Big breaking news story, really quick. Bob Saget, American stand-up comedian, is dead at 65.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
Holy shit.
Yep. Bob Saget of Full House, Fuller House, a few episodes of How I Met Your Mother
He was
is
in
dead.
something recently too. I don't remember what, but
He was in,
like
let's
I
see what his
saw him in something.
Entourage is his most recent movie, it looks like. Grandfather was a TV show.
Hmm.
He was in Nashville Squares on country music television. Yep,
No.
Bob Saget, dead. Muerte. R.I.P.
Wow.
Bob.
Damn. I guess the full house is slightly less full today.
You're going
I'm sorry,
downhill.
that might be too early for that, but I couldn't help
Literally
myself.
died 24 minutes
Like,
ago.
no, he didn't die 4 minutes ago. Shut up. You
That's
read
when the
about it.
news report is.
The no,
It says
that's the new.
4 minutes
They don't.
ago.
If the news report comes out 4 minutes ago, he did not die 4 minutes ago. If that is the case, then the
How
person
do
who put
you
that article
how
out
do you
killed him.
know? How do you
That
know?
person killed him. Then, if that's what
You're
the
telling me
case.
that there's not a possibility that in the news was standing at his bedside and they watched him pass and they were like, "All right,
That
Bob's dead."
uh, that's horrible. If that is the case, that's like okay. How can I be the first one to like get clout off of this person's death? Okay, he's dead. Okay, he's
You mean like
flatlining. I'm posting the
you mean
article.
like XXX Tentacion's mother?
What did she do?
She's just like making absolute
Making
get it.
bank off of
Wait,
his death?
no, no, no. She's not making bank. She's making bread.
Oh, I see. It's a callback to the
Yes,
earlier this
yeah.
episode when we spent an hour talking about bread. That was
I
so
can't.
cool.
I
So
cannot believe we
fun.
spent
Is
an
the word I should
hour
have said.
talking about bread.
Listen. I think every 10 episodes we should just pick a food item and go off. I think next one's pasta, and for 20, episode 30, potato. We're gonna go off.
Yeah. And I think in that case, we call it here and we never speak about bread again in our lives.
Yeah, I've still got that piece of sourdough bread here. It's in the tinfoil I'm unwrapping. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might feed it to my dog, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not very good looking.
Well, Jack, I somehow thoroughly enjoyed speaking to you at length about bread.
Oh yeah. Uh, well, I'm glad you did. We, I'm sure we'll have some more interesting topics in the coming weeks. I think big things are going to happen with this podcast in 2022. big
including
things.
sponsorships.
Oh yeah, we're bread. Are you out there, Big Bread? Maybe we'll get a
We're
Wonder
coming
Bread
after
sponsorship. That'd be kind of cool.
we're coming
Who
after
doesn't like
Big
that? I mean,
Bread.
they probably don't actually. They probably definitely do not need any sponsorship, considering like that is a household name in America.
Yeah, I mean they're Wonder
No wonder.
Bread.
Okay. All right. We
Anyways,
need
thank you
we need
so
to.
much as usual for listening. I hope you enjoyed our random ramblings about dough and bread. And
Yeah.
until next time,
All right.
gi- give
I'll
us a count out.
I'll give us the countdown. Three, two, one.